my experience, you can have one night of 4 to 5 hours of sleep on the condition that that following night you get as much sleep as possible. We're talking 8 to 9 hours, because on the second day, if you try to do that shit again, it doesn't work. Not at all. That's just me though.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving.
Let's get this shit over with. I quit the call center job. I have a headache today. I have no idea why. We ended up getting the Macs to work. We're going to show that photo here. I mean, obviously you can see it, but whatever. So what we originally wanted to do was get them both working, and we eventually got both of them working. The G5 Mac Pro is working, but it might as well not be. I can't find any software for it. I can't find a way to run a newer version of Linux on it, so I'd have to go back to 10 point something. 14 apparently works, but I don't feel like messing with it. I've been trying to get rid of it on the Facebook Marketplace. I've had a few takers, but then last time somebody said they wanted it, I powered it up to see if it would work, and you end up getting the loading screen that stalls for some reason after it had already been working for a while. And you start getting these yellow lines that come through on the screen, and then the entire screen just turns more yellow over time, and then it starts like whirring up the fans. And apparently, after doing some research, it shows that it's a graphics card error. I don't know. I'm going to try and reinstall everything later. Paid $40 for both of them. I'm going to end up keeping the one that I have running here, and this is a whole nother story. But I'm going to see if I can get rid of the G5 Mac, which is right here next to me, for either $190 to $100 on the marketplace. I've had a few offers. Like I said, I don't want to sell anybody a dead computer right now. And I have a bunch of people asking about it. They think it's the newer, like 2011, 2013 model that you can upgrade. And you can to an extent. It's like they don't read the description. I specifically say what it is. They can't seem to Google. It pisses me off just a little bit. But you can't do a whole lot with these things. I mean, I could if I absolutely had to. I can get this sucker working, but it's a PowerPC architecture, so you have to go really far back on Linux to be able to before you can find one that actually works on the G5 processors, because none of the modern ones will, because they're all Intel based. Nothing like that would work. So I have it listed as like, realistically, you're buying this for the case to mod, and people don't, they're not computer nerds. I can't expect them to understand. But the fact that I've had multiple people ask about it, I would feel bad selling someone a computer like that, knowing that it's not going to be able to do what they think it is, even if it is their fault for not reading it. Buyer beware. Maybe I'm just too nice of a person. That would be heavy on my conscience. So we're going to hold on to that. We're going to see if we can get that to work. So this is a Mac Pro 2.1, and I ended up buying, I think it was Snow Leopard, OS X 10.6 Snow Leopard install disc for this off of eBay. It was like $20 just so I could see if the thing would work, and it worked. But then the problem was that, again, you couldn't hardly do anything with it. So because a lot of the software won't run anymore, a lot of the things I was looking at required like OS X 10.10 or further up. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it going forward. Obviously, this isn't Snow Leopard anymore. We managed to follow a hack on YouTube by this dude who specializes specifically the older Macs. We were able to jump about 5 operating systems forward. I originally had it running OS 10.6.8, and I messing with Macs is really like blowing my mind on how locked down they are, and it really pissed me off. It reminds me of one of the reasons I don't like a lot of Apple products. Anything else, I'd be able to plug in a boot USB and just go. And this prevents that. So we ended up having to follow this video. I'll link them down below just in case anyone's wondering, in the order that you have to do them. And we found an El Capitan. I don't know if that's how you say that. Capitan. Captain. El Captain. Are you running El Captain on your computer? Found a way to get it running on, I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Is it OS X and then just leave out the 10? Because that is 10. Oh, fuck, whatever. This is 10.11.5. It's an older 2.1. It's got dual quad-core Xeon, so 8 cores, running at 2.8, running at 3 gigahertz. And it's got 8 gigs of memory. And I went out and bought like a WD Black 7200 RPM hard drive for it from Best Buy. I want to put a SSD in here and use it as a server. Yeah, it's got for graphics, it has an ATI 5770 with 1 gig of RAM. There's some children outside making some very strange and unusual noises. Yeah, so we're probably going to use this as a server. I don't want to put any more money into it right now because I definitely trying to pay off my student loans. At the rate we're going, that's going to be about 6.5 months between paying that off and being able to move out of my parents' house, which is what I'm trying to do. I have one class left. I have one class left in school. It's the advanced programming course. Now I'm waiting to take it online in the fall. Can you believe the camera died? What's up with that? I probably ended up losing like 5 minutes worth of video. Now all my natural light is gone, so I have to use this lamp. What the hell, man? I'm waiting until the fall semester to sign up for that class and I'll be done with school. I think I might be coming down with something because earlier it was just a headache and now I feel like all cold and clammy. I've started my own little thing of like fixing computers. There's this old lady who bought a bunch of used Dell Optiplexes from our school back when I used to work there at auction because we were getting new equipment, so we were selling the other stuff. So she bought maybe 10 of these things at like 10 to 12 bucks a piece, including the monitors, keyboards, mouses, and everything else. Didn't know anything about computers, so I volunteered to help her. At first, I wasn't going to charge her for anything because I didn't think it would be that hard, and then it took a lot of time. So I had to go help move all those things from storage into basically my room. I probably should have taken photos, but whatever. And I had to troubleshoot and reinstall everything onto those machines and basically learn how to sell computers. And it was easier then because it was about to be the beginning of a new school year, so everyone's like buying computers for their kids for college. What I would do is I put them up on like the Facebook Marketplace for like $60 to $85. Initially, I didn't think I'd make any money off of it. Every time I would sell 3 computers, I would be like, hey, you want to meet up? I'll give you your money. And she would ask me how much I wanted of it, so I would take like $40 for every 3 computers. So I ended up getting about $100 out of that entire ordeal. And that taught me how to like sell to people. I would meet people at Starbucks and I would like plug it in so everyone would know like, hey, it works. I'm not trying to scam you. I probably made like $50 off of like going to people's houses and setting it up for them after they had said they didn't want it to be done. Because I would give it to them and be like, hey, do you want me to tell you how to do this? They're like, no, I got it. And they'd call me like 2 or 3 days later, hey, it's not working. Can you come fix it? And I'm like, okay. And then like one of them was this lady had the USB for the keyboard and the mouse plugged into the monitor, and I still don't know why a monitor needs a USB port, but whatever. So I just unplugged them and then plugged them into the desktop, and everything worked fine as far as they're concerned. I just worked magic, get these magic hands. One of the things I've been doing now is like advertising myself. I'm doing a terrible job at it. I've made a few posts on like the Facebook Marketplace. I'm probably gonna need to do branch out, put like posters up around the streets. Maybe on mailboxes saying, hey, Best Buy will charge you $100 to look at your computer. I'll fix it for 50 or 40 to 50 bucks, and if I can't fix it, then no charge. I probably made like 150 doing that. And it would also help because like as I would sell people computers, they probably had a broken one to begin with. So I made some money off of fixing people's computers as I was selling computers too. I need to get better at that. I think I can make some serious side cash doing that. I just need to put myself out there more. I have business cards. I ended up quitting the call center job in Copper's Cove. I had gone to an internship in Temple. I don't think I'm allowed to say like what company I work for specifically. I had put out like a dozen applications to various positions. I didn't expect any callbacks. And then they called me back and like, hey, we'd like to interview you. I'm like, okay. And I went down there like it's like almost like an hour away just to interview and like see like what they were looking for so I could figure out like what to study. I asked a bunch of questions and I guess I came off really well because like 2 weeks later they called me back. Like, oh, you got the position. I'm like, I mean, it's part-time, but I end up making like slightly more than I was making at the call center job working full-time. It does suck driving like 40 minutes there and back every day. That kind of eats up my time. I don't think I can say what I do specifically, but I'm an architect support intern. Basically what I'm doing is they have like all of their internal documentation on one piece of software. And they want to move it to this other piece of software that they're getting for free because they're already paying for it. So they're having me help them migrate all of their documentation from this software to this software. I just want to, in general, get better at making videos. It's not what I want. It's not my main passion. I'm not Casey Neistat by any means. Just have the overall quality of everything like go up slowly. But yeah, time just seems to be slipping away, day by day. Definitely want to keep on self-studying so I can like get a real job as like a real developer. Not just an internship and not just something else to pay bills. Because like working at that call center sucked. I was able to help a few people who needed like extensions on their loans, but And then that was just bad, mostly because I was sitting in the same place the entire day. Yeah, that's what's going on. Peace.